Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through cause effect graphing. So basically this is a combination of some types you can say. So basically in most of the testing methodologies, we will test for a particular input, right? So anywhere we do not test for a particular pattern. Like if one is a A and the other is a B, this should happen. If one is a A and other is a C, this should happen. So in this way, we never test, right? So let me give you an example. So if A after B comes, I need to print Y. If the B comes, then I need to print X. If A after number comes, I need to print C. So in this way, there are nowhere we discussed, right? So we discussed about white box testing, discussed multiple testing methodologies, but anywhere we did not discuss these kind of testing cases, right? Yes. So these kind of testing cases are solved using the cause effect graphing, guys. Okay. So these are also called as Ishikawa or fishbone diagrams. Okay, yes. So the concept behind these guys, please go through the theoretical part. The concept behind these diagrams is that here each diagram is represented with a particular logic gate, you can say, guys. Okay. Okay, so I think everyone knows the meaning of AND gate, OR gate, and all those things, right? Yes. So basically, this symbol is for AND gate, this symbol is for OR gate, and this symbol is for NOT gate, guys. Okay. So basically, what is AND gate? So if one is a true and other is a true, you will get a true, right? Yes. So in that way, we are having a combinational box, right? So if you want me to write, okay, so let me start. Okay, so let me write it from true a little better. True, false, false, true, false, false. Okay, so in all the situations it will be false except the first situation. So if both are true, this will be executed. Okay, similarly for this, if any one of them is a true, it will execute. Okay, everyone knows OR logic, right? Yes. So if it is a false, it will not execute. If it is a true, sorry, if it is a false, it will execute. If it is a false, it will not, sorry, if it is a true, it will not execute. If it is false, it will execute opposite. Okay, yes. So mutual exclusion you will be representing with dots. Okay, yes. Okay, so your question will be, okay, so we understood the concept of graphing and all those things, but how can this be represented for a program? You might be having a question, right? So assume that this is your coding question. So basically in coding exams, like when you are trying for placements or somewhere, you can find these kind of pattern questions, guys. Okay, so basically here the question is the first character must be A or B. Okay, so A or B, and the second character must be any digit. So assume 5 and 4. Okay, so if the first character is an A or B, the second character is a digit, the file must be updated. So basically now you can update. Okay, similarly if the first character is a not A or B, then print X. So if it is a not A not B, print X. Okay, so if the second character is a not a digit, then print Y. So here we are having multiple patterns, right? Yes. So in this situation, first thing that you will be doing is you will be giving a pattern names. So we are having the first pattern as first as a character, or first as A or first as B. So C1 and C2. Similarly, second character as digit. So C3. Okay, so in combination if they occur, we perform a particular task, right? Yes. So E1 is update the file, E2 is print X, E3 is print Y. Okay, these are the effects and these are the causes. So C and E. Okay, so initially you will be drawing the circles, and based on your inputs you will be writing. So basically once you draw the update the diagram, it will look in this way, guys. Okay, if a C1 and C2 occurs, you will be performing a task. So that task is nothing but E1. So what is E1, guys? Is nothing but update the file. So basically when C1 and C3 or C2 or C3 are true, you need to perform that task, right? Yes. So here that's what we are representing. So basically when C1 and C2 occurs, you represent this, and this or this. So basically this might be result or this might be result. At that time you will be representing this. Okay, yes. So in any other case you will be doing other two things. So you can just represent them, right? Yes. Okay. Okay, so if you want me to draw here in simple words, you can draw in this way, guys. Okay, so basically if these two things happen, okay, so we will be going to a state D. Okay, so let me give it an AND operation, right? So AND is in this way. Okay, if a C1 and C2 occur, okay, so I think it should be OR, right? So just give me a second. Yeah, it should be OR. That's correct. Okay, so any one of them can occur, and if it combinedly occurs with this, so here it should be AND. So this should be true and this should be true. Any one of them could be correct, A or B. Okay, then followed by this. Okay, similarly the opposite will be Okay, yes, so this is a simple flow diagram, as you can say. Okay, yes, so I hope everyone got some basic idea, right? Yes, so in the next lecture we'll be discussing about the crude testing, guys. Okay, yes, so let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you, thanks for watching.